Okay, okay. Hey Tan. So what was I gonna say? Basically, this is what I'm referring to. What I want, so I'm currently in this directory. You know, the directory, like a directory with all the sort of files in that I've been, running the script on. So what I mean is, if we do IPython. And then we do import sys, and then we do. I mean, there's clearer, easier ways to do this and stop having to do it every time. You can figure it out. And then basically, this is the location of my T-Rex plot. So what I mean by that is that's where the main file is. So that's where I store, that's got all the. I mean, that's okay. Fuck it. That's this this directory structure here. This is the one where it's T-Rex plot, and that's got all these files in. Okay, so then I do that, and then I do sys dot. Wait, no, I want to do import, because now I've imported that path. I can do import T-Rex plot as TP. That's TP. Okay, so now that's imported T-Rex plot. Now all T-Rex plot is doing is, the T-Rex fig return script is doing is it imports T-Rex plot, and then it runs the main function of T-Rex plot. So I do TP. We can just do plots equals TP dot main, and that will run the main function on the current working directory, which is with all these files in. So this is going to just take a minute. And what it's doing is it's returning. It's running. It's thing is, it's actually what it does is it actually makes all of the graphs, and then it stores them in a dictionary, and then it combines all those dictionaries into one giant long list, or rather one giant long tuple, and then it gives you them back. So what I was saying was, once we've run this once inside of an IPython kernel, it's going to save all of these figures into our local access memory here, and we can just call them and cancel them as and when we want them. You see what I mean? Rather than having to run the script over and over again, we can just run it once, get all the figures, and then afterwards we can then say, hey, I want this figure. And we don't need to run the script that makes all the figures over and over again, or at least that's the theory. I mean, so that's kind of what this script does. Is it sort of says, well, we're going to take all these figures in, and then we index it, and we choose which one we want, and then we can start applying stuff on top. But it's equally feasible to just do it like this, and in IPython, and run similar sets of commands and do it that way. Okay. Okay, so that's run through. So what do we call it? Plots. We could just print out plots. We could just have a look at plots, the variable, and you could see that it's none, 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 and then we get into a series of, then you get into dictionary. So really we just want to access that dictionary, and then none at the end. So really we want the last but one. So plots, let's just check if we can access the last but one, so it'd be like -2. Yeah, that's that. That's the dictionary. So then let's label this min AB equals plots -2. That's going to assign that dictionary to that, and then in min AB, let's just check it's that. Yeah. In order to select from the dictionary, on this one here, that's the key, and then that's the figure there in the list. So we could just get, by calling the key, we get both the figure and the axes. So let's just take this one here. So we could do what? There we go. Oh, whoops. Okay, we could do min AB index, and then we'll just do it as that. And then that's going to pull that one up for us. So we're going to call this one, let's call this one the plot. And then the plot's going to contain two things, but we could probably do the plot dot show. Let's see what we can do. List. Okay, so what we really need to do is we need to plot the figure. So we could just get the first. This is what I think fig return kind of goes into. Oh no, they do fig. Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Because it's got two things in the list, what we could do is we could just do. Actually, let's do it that way. So let's do fig, because there's two things inside of the list. We can just describe them to two variables because we know they are the figure and they're the axis. So we do fig axis equals min AB that index. So now we've got the figure, and now we've got the axis is labeled as fig and axis. So we can do fig dot. Let's just see if that works. Fig dot show. Let's just do fig dot show, and then that. Shit. Sometimes this is what there was a function here. Let's just not do that for the time being. Let's just save to the desktop. So let's just save as desktop quick check. Yeah, sometimes that you're going to get some strange commands which are saying like you can't show it. So if you just save it as a figure, that usually works. So there we go. There's the figure, and what we want to do with that figure is what all these kind of options are. So we can, the figure is that, but we can also do axis set x limit. So we can do ax dot set. What is it? Set x lim. X lim 300, 500, and then we can redo fig.savefig, and that's not there, that's not there, that's there. Well, theoretically, that's it. Okay, so yeah, there you can see 300 to 500, and it's just sliced that up for us and kept the z-axis like that. And we can also, that's what these other things in T-Rex fig return are doing, like changing the title, changing the X label. It's all all very doable. You can go grab another plot. Equals min AB and then something else. Or you do fig1 AX, and you can just keep, because these have already been like imported into the kernel and they're already stored there. You can kind of just overwrite them and work with them and make them your own. So yeah, that's all I really got to say.